Can selenium be used as a joint supplement? Would it be right to take this if you've got joint arthritis, cartilage damage, meniscus injuries, disc problems, or other bone-on-bone joint conditions? In this video, I'll teach you about selenium so that you can choose if it's right for you to use as a health supplement. So what does selenium do in the body? Well, it's important for muscle and heart function. Specifically, it helps to form certain proteins that are enzymes that help to protect cells from damage and infection, and it also helps the body to make more DNA. It's vital for the reproductive system, thyroid hormones, and it plays a huge role in your metabolism. Selenium deficiencies have been linked in livestock to muscle and heart problems, so selenium is an essential ingredient in making sure muscles and hearts work well. Now, what are the selenium joint health benefits? Now, specifically because it's important for muscle function and metabolism, that's where I get concerned, and I want to make sure that our bodies are working optimally to improve joint health. If you have all the nutrients in your body that your muscles need to function properly, then it sets you up to have the best joints possible. Most of the root issues that create joint problems, like osteoarthritis and other cartilage injuries, disc injuries in the spine, those problems are rooted in muscle imbalances. When I have a patient here in my office and I'm looking to treat their muscles, very often I find that the muscle function is not 100%, and we're having to retrain how their muscles work so that their joints can become offloaded and pressurized the normal way that they're intended to be. This is what we call good joint mechanics. And the mechanics are influenced by the muscle health, the muscle function, the condition that your muscles are in. So if your muscles aren't working in tip-top shape, then there's a good chance that your joints are going to be affected by it. And you just may not feel it in your muscles, you may feel it more so in your joints. Now, what are the possible downsides of taking too much selenium? Well, you always need to check with your doctor and make sure that it's right for you to be taking any sort of supplement. If you're pregnant or nursing, it's especially important for you because you got to worry about a baby. The recommended dosage is 55 micrograms a day, but these Solgar brand selenium capsules or tablets, they have 200 micrograms in them each. Now, recommendations for supplements are very vague. And from my perspective, whenever I'm looking at the upper limits of what you could take, it's a huge difference between the recommended amount and the upper limits. And the reason why they give upper limits is so that you can know if you're gonna run into toxicity problems, like if you're gonna take too much. So the upper recommended limit that I found was 400 micrograms. Now each of these is 200 micrograms. So basically two pills, two of these tablets is what you would max out at per day. Now, if you do get selenium toxicity, which is extremely rare, the symptoms are going to include diarrhea, headaches, hair loss, brittle or discolored nails, fatigue, nausea, headaches, and in some cases you might get more joint pain, and I think that's just because you're feeling sick. Now, obviously, you should stop taking it right away if you feel any of these problems, and make sure you check with your doctor. Now, the studies that I found that showed people that actually had selenium toxicities, they were taking over 1,000 micrograms per day. So if you're just taking one or two of these per day, you should be okay. My honest opinion about taking selenium as a supplement for joint health, I think it's worth a shot. I think you should give it a try if you're looking to maximize everything in your body to make sure that your joints are as healthy as possible so that you can avoid relying on medications, injections, and avoid unnecessary surgery. Now, doctors typically don't recommend supplements like these because they just don't know much about them. They're focused on medications and procedures. So it's up to you to do your due diligence research on figuring out what else can you do that the doctor's not thinking about to make your situation the best for improving naturally. My recommendation as a physical therapist, and I'm not a physician, so I don't deal with medications or like organs of bodies. I'm worried about muscles and joints and nerves, those kinds of things. But my recommendation would be to work with your doctor, work with your physician, to find one that is open to doing this kind of thing, and go get blood work done before you start taking any of these supplements. And only add one supplement at a time, and be okay with doing a lot of blood work in order to make sure that you can find the right mix of vitamins and supplements that are good for you to continue long term. So let me tell you how to use selenium. Go get blood work done to get a baseline for where your numbers are at right now. Only take one of these at a time. Don't add other supplements. See how your blood work changes here in about 2 to 4 weeks after you're consistently taking this once a day. And of course, you want to take it with a meal. Don't take it on an empty stomach. And if your blood work is okay, or it's even showing improvements, then you can go ahead and add a second tablet per day. So you're taking 2, and do blood work again in another 2 to 4 weeks to see if you're improving. Now, as with most vitamins and supplements, we recommend you do it for at least 2 months to get it to build up in your system to get the full effect, because the effects of vitamins and minerals like selenium are not going to be as instant as medications. Medications, of course, are made in a lab, and they're designed to give you very, very fast effects in your body. And of course, realize that selenium alone is not intended to cure an arthritis or cartilage condition. Use selenium just as a part of your entire plan to fix your arthritis problem or whatever joint issue you're dealing with. You need to make sure you focus on the mechanical aspect of your arthritis problem or your joint problem, a spinal disc issue, a bone-on-bone problem, because that's what's going to give you the biggest impact. Now, this is just making sure that your muscles, your bones, your joints are in the best shape possible, but how you move, the quality of strength, the balance of muscles around a given joint are what is most important. They give you the biggest bang for your buck. So make sure to look into that as well. Now, if you're joining us for the first time on our channel here, go check out our playlists, or go down to the description below and you can find some links to popular playlists that we have on things like knee arthritis and disc problems in the spine. Those are what the selenium capsules look like, or tablets. And if you're interested in getting selenium, I got it from Amazon by Solgar. Solgar is a great company. They put all their vitamins, all their supplements in these amber glass bottles. And by the way, they don't pay me to do this. I just like Solgar, so I decided to do videos with them on here. They purify all their ingredients very, very well. And if you look at the labels on the bottle, you can go down in the description and find the link to this on Amazon to see a bigger version of this. But it says here, non-GMO, gluten, wheat, and dairy-free, and it's suitable for vegans. So they go the extra mile to make sure that their products are the very best. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful for you. Please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of our helpful videos that we release every single week. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.